Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Welcome. I'm new. I'm new today. 15 seconds in. 15 seconds in. I got a few things that I definitely want to discuss. Nothing major. Nothing major. You see me looking off to the side. I'm looking at my computer screen over here. Nothing major. A few things that I would like to discuss. Good afternoon, Brandy. Brandy, good afternoon. Come on in. When you come in, just say hi. That's it. That's all I want. Say hi to me. It makes me feel like, somebody paying attention. So come on in. Say hi. Anthony, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is the afternoon experiment. We trying some stuff. We figuring it out. Jerica, hola. LaDonna, hello. Who is this? Brent, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Checking in from Dallas, Texas. We got Tessie, hey. Keisha, was you fast growing up? Every Keisha that I know was fast growing up. I know that's, stereotyping, but just curious. Let's see. Marquita. Tria. I saw Asia in here. I got to get Asia in here. What's up, Asia? Troy. John. So you have one of the lights shining on your unconventional hairline. Yeah. You got to get the hair light, even though it helps if I brush my hair before I do the hair light. But, I think I saw John. Keisha say, yeah. All right. Every Keisha I know was a little fast growing up. Glenn, I have some stuff I'm gonna have to loo up today, probably. Savvy. Oh, you changed your name. Anime. Eat the cake. Jason, good afternoon. Leroy. Michelle. Let me see. Tree is back. Talking about Keisha. The honesty. Can't be honesty. Keisha Baxter, now, were you fast or were you fast? Every PK I knew growing up was fast and freaky. Were you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All Keishas are fast. Every last one of them. Everyone that I knew was. For real, every single one that I know or knew. Yeah. Maria. I'm just asking everybody. Sabrina, good afternoon. Everybody, when you come in, just say good afternoon. Hi. What's up? Hey, something. Just something. You don't have to. It ain't no rule. But, it would be nice. It would be nice. Say something. Nat, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Nat says, good afternoon, E-Man and the afternoon experiment crew. I'll let them know. You shout them out. I'll let them know. You shout them out. All right. Let's see. Let's get started. I don't have a whole lot, but I see a story or two, and Vernon, hey, what's up, Vernon? Jail, hey, what's up, Vernon? I see a story or two, and I decide, hey, I gotta talk about that. Something about that strikes me. Y'all already know the story that struck me. I don't even have to say it. I don't even have to say it. Somebody type in, what's the story that happened in the news that's in the news today that caught my attention? Somebody, anybody, just type it in. Because if you've been paying any attention to this show over the past few years, or I guess this show hasn't been on for the past few years, but even this show over the past few weeks, you already know what story caught my attention. You already know. The bank. Absolutely. Absolutely. How does this dude end up at the bank trying to take money out of his account and get the police called on him? How? But what struck me more than anything was that it was a sister that called. They say it was a pregnant Black woman that alerted her manager. Some of this stuff is real simple to me. Some of it. Look, I go to the bank. I hand you a note saying I need to withdraw. I don't care if it's $12, $1,200, or $12,000 from my account. What you need? My account number? All right, here's my account number. Then you verify that it's my account. Now I'm not trying to rob the bank. I got some specific instructions. What did it say? It said he wanted to take out $12,000 in cash. He wanted to kind of be discreet with it, so please don't count the money, in the view of the public, and be discreet with it, because you don't want everybody seeing you walk out the bank with. Because y'all know sometimes I've done it, and I've always wondered, why do they do that? Like, they count your money out loud. Well, I never like it because someone lick their finger. That's just nasty. I don't even want the money. Give me some other money. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, why are you counting my money? Everybody looking. I'm getting. Now, trust me, it's been very rare that I've taken out a few $1,000s out of the bank. Because it's been very rare that I've actually had a few $1,000s in the bank to take out the bank. But why you got to count my money all out in front of everybody? Now, everybody, I feel a little, I don't know what, jumpy, nervous, because everybody looking at me with $3,500 in my pocket that you done just counted out for everybody. And people looking, I don't know, some shady characters go to the bank. But then you would imagine, even if nobody knows who he is, why are you handcuffing the brother? What threat does he pose to you? Why can't he just stand there while y'all figure everything out? Why? Why we always got to be? And then I saw somebody was saying like, hey, that was a little shady way to ask for your money. First, ain't really no shady way to ask for your money. It's your money. Ain't no shady way to ask for your money. Oh, my earbuds is on. There's no shady way to ask for your own money. But you don't slip the teller a note asking for over $10,000 in cash. That would raise alarm. Until you say, what's your account number, which I would imagine was on there. Some way of them knowing that he had $12,000 in there would have been on the note. And if not, you say, wow, this is a little irregular. And, okay, maybe we do turn it over to the manager, because They don't allow us as tellers to handle that much cash and just give it out. I mean, I don't know what the rule is on giving out that much cash because again, I've never been in a position to go to the bank and say, "Give me $12,000 in cash." I, hold on, thinking back, that's not true. One time, one time, uh, when I bought my car, I went to an auction. I bought a car. It was just over $12,000, and then they had me fill out a form, which irritated me because it's my money. Why am I understand there's laws and this and this, I get that, but I was irritated. I was irritated. I'm filling out a form to get my money. Well, I'll just leave it at that. So it did happen to me one time when I had to go to a bank and withdraw a whole lot of money. But thank God, what would I have done if the police had gotten called and they put me in handcuffs? And it seemed, while I kind of blame the black lady, number one, you should know who he is. Black Panther. Wakanda forever. You should know who he is. But everybody wasn't into Black Panther. Everybody wasn't into Black Panther. But even then, have a conversation with the brother. This is an unusual request. And the way that you're making the request feels unusual. Somebody says, hold on, please tell me he actually verbalized, I would like to withdraw $12,000 out of my account. He didn't just walk up and slide and tell her a note, did he? My understanding is, yes, he did. Because verbalizing it, then everybody hears that you gonna be walking out the bank with $12,000 straight cash. So you write that shit down. And you say, in the thing, according to the report that I read, I would like to withdraw $12,000. I would like it, counted in a room, not in full view of the public because I want to be discreet. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I would imagine on that note was an account number or something identifying who he was and that he actually had an account there with $12,000 in it. But think about what he's trying to do. He had ID and his PIN number. Hold on, let me put it up there. He had ID and his PIN number. What, in your mind, what's the appropriate way to do this? That's a little weird. He didn't verbalize it. The reason that you don't the same reason I don't just walk into the bank like, give me $3,500 straight cash. Because now everybody looking at me like, oh, this Ian about to be walking out with $3,500. Hey, get down here. We're about to jack this. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't holler that stuff out. You don't verbalize that. You just give them a note. Look, I don't verbalize even when I'm going to the bank to take out $50. I get that sheet, I fill it out, and I slide that sheet over. I don't ever say, I want to withdraw $50 from my account. Not that I'm worried about getting jacked for $50. But I fill out the slip and I give it to him. That's what I do. There's nothing unusual. There's nothing unusual about not announcing to everybody waiting in the line that you about to withdraw $12,000 straight cash and you're going to have it on you. Nothing. So I guess I understand the idea that maybe it's a little weird. And look, I'm not, somebody said, ask for the bank manager. Somebody said, ask for the bank manager. Hold on, Vernon said, come on, man, does anybody know what the director of the Black Panther looks like? I know. But even if I don't know, Vernon, If I'm in charge of your money and you come to me and you hand me a note saying, give me $12,000 of my money, but don't do it so that everybody see you giving me and know you giving me $12,000 cash. I'm going to be like, all right, can I get some ID and your account number? All right, 12G, this is him. Look like him. That's him. Got all the information. All right, let me go to the back and let me count out this money. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure that she can count out like that. But let me go count out this money, or get somebody to count out this money and bring him his money. But I just, for me, I'm more disappointed that it was a sister who kind of, did everything. I'm more disappointed in that. But we're sadly, some of us are to the point where we kind of expect certain stuff. I would expect in my mind. Now, of course, this is all just me making stuff up in my mind. In my mind, because I've done it before, which might be not the best thing. It might not be the best thing. But in my mind, he was like, all right, I'm going in here to get $12,000 cash. They probably don't know me. So let me wait for this sister over here to be free. And the white lady, that next. And he was like, you go ahead. Next, you go ahead. Then when she said next, all right, now let me go on over. I've done that before. Because there's a particular teller that I want for a particular reason. This one seems sketchy to me. That one seemed afraid of me. That one, just right. So in my mind, that's probably why he went to the sister. Like, she ain't gonna play me. Like that, these other people might think it's strange that I want to get $12,000 of my money out of this bank. But this sister, she'd be all right with it. She'll just understand that a black man can have $12,000 in the bank, and I'll give her everything that she needs, and then we'll handle everything however the bank chooses to handle it. When I went in to take out a large sum of money, I didn't ask for the manager. It didn't seem reasonable for me to walk in like, I need to see the bank manager. Maybe if I was taking out $1 million, maybe I need to see the bank manager. But in my mind, if I need $1 million cash, I don't go to a regular branch location. Let me go to Roselawn and get this $1 million for you. It's in my mind, it's a different way that you deal with it when you're dealing with those large sums of money. But again, I've only dealt with a large sum of money one time. Typically for me, it's like $50. You get $100. You ever asked for like $100 in all ones? I once got $100 in all quarters. $100 in all quarters. It was for a reason. I wasn't just trying to be funny. But they do kind of look at you funny. The note he slipped to the teller said, be discreet. It freaked her out. So do we believe that the sister honestly don't know what discreet means? Is that what we believe in? Like, she was straight, but she saw discreet and she thought robbery. Is that what we believe in? That some black people believe discreet means robbery? I don't know. I have a hard time believing that. So you skipped over several people to get to the black woman, walk up to the teller, slip her a note without saying anything to the teller. There has to be more than that. Seems weird. No, that don't seem weird to me. I'm sure he said, good morning or good afternoon or whatever pleasantries were exchanged. And then, hey, I'll just like this handle. It's what I do when I walk in with my slip to withdraw $75. I go in, I fill out the slip, I get in the line, I wait for the teller that I'm comfortable with. If I'm not necessarily going to go with the first available, I go over there. I say, good morning or good afternoon. I say, good afternoon. How may I help you? I just slide them the slip. Nothing else needs to be said. All I need is on the slip. Every once in a while, they'll ask, well, how is your day going? While they, 1, 2, 3. I got to sanitize my hands. I don't lick my finger way too many times. But yeah. But the bank apologized. The bank apologized. And, he said it's all good. He said it's all good. But somebody says, if that freaked her out, accompanied with his account number and card, she needs a new job. And of course, you always got to ask the question, or I always have to ask the question. If, N-word loving Quentin Tarantino, because he loves the N-word. Not that he loves N-words, but he sure loves the N-word. If he walked into the bank and slipped a teller a note and said, I wanted $12,000, but don't count it in public because I don't want to, I want to be discreet. Would they have called the police on him? And then once the bank manager comes out and the police show up and he says, I'm sorry, I'm Quentin Tarantino. I'm not trying to be a do you know who I am person, but I'm kind of a famous director. And I have a whole lot of money in that bank. Well, we got to put you in cuffs until we figure this out. Do we really believe? And then didn't they even stop his security and maybe cuff and detain them? So do we really believe? And I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be a chaos agent. I'm just asking. Do we really believe that they would do that same thing to some white guy? Do we really believe that? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Veronica says, I have a hard time believing she didn't recognize the name Ryan Coogler. I think it's possible. A lot of people don't know. And wasn't this, correct me if I'm wrong, because I read the story last night and then I saw something about it. This was in Atlanta, wasn't it? Or am I wrong about that? Am I wrong about that? This was in Atlanta? Are you having earthquakes in Cincinnati? My entire control room keeps shaking. And look, stop paying attention to that. Somebody keep bumping the camera. They keep bumping the camera. Yes, it was Atlanta. It was Atlanta. And because of that, maybe I'm being inappropriate. But I feel like if it was in Atlanta, maybe they should know. Her and her bank manager need new jobs. Yeah, they do. But I saw that, and y'all know I had to mention it. And of course, I had to ask the question. If it were not even a famous white director, just a white guy coming in off the street, giving you a note saying $12,000 straight cash, counted in the back, because I don't need everybody seeing my money. knowing how much money I'm walking out the bank with. That seems reasonable to me. But the bank owes him a serious apology. He needs to take his millions out of that bank. They apologized. And he said, you know, he kind of forgive everybody, but that the situation should have never happened. And of course, again, I want him to be mad. And it don't serve him. But okay, I believe some stuff is bigger than you. Some stuff is bigger than you. And, you know, I can say, maybe I think it was an honest mistake, but I want him to be mad. I want him to be mad for me because it's going to happen to somebody that's not Ryan Coogler. And then, it, you know, nobody's going to know about it. It's probably happened a number of times. And nobody knew about it. And it was all good. Let's see. I still try to not block people. But somebody told me that I might want to start blocking people. I want to ask y'all this question. It's a serious question. The people who come on here who are just trolls for the sake of being trolls. Somebody was like, you know, I'll be watching, I'll be listening, and then I'll see these comments from these people who are just trolling. It's like, it makes me feel like not watching anymore. And why don't you block them or ban them or whatever? Quick question. Should I do that? Should I ban people who are just trolls for the sake of trolling? Or, because I kind of like them. But if it messes up y'all experience, then, so are y'all cool with them being here? Are y'all cool with them being here? So tell me, just say block or don't block. Block or don't block. Be like Lincoln. Or just be cool with it. Because I kind of like them. Which ones? We call them dedicated. LaDonna says block them. Antonisha says the person should ban themselves. Nat says block them. Don't block. I'm cool because I can block the obvious Facebook trolls. Okay. Don't block. They're funny. All right. Don't block. It's yes or no. It's the degree of interruption they cause. I asked everyone in the chat, have they ever slid a note to a teller in that same manner? I got a no reply. So I'm trying to understand how this isn't weird. Okay, I'll address that in a minute. Don't block. Don't block. He's saying block. If you want to be blocked. Must be on must be Facebook. Yeah, what's some on YouTube too? There's a few on YouTube too. Don't block. Don't block unless they really out of order. All right. Quintano, I'm experimenting with the afternoon. What's up, y'all? What's up? Don't block. Okay, so far a lot of people saying don't block. Last person blocked me was Lady K. But all right, now back to the thing. Is it sliding a note to the teller how all withdrawal slips work? The people who saying that he did something weird, I don't understand y'all. I don't understand y'all. I, I'm with you, Kamikia. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. That's how it worked. Why did again, this is the frustrating part to me. If I heard that Quentin Tarantino, and I'm gonna bring him up because I don't care for him. If I heard that Quentin Tarantino walked into a bank, slid the teller a note that said, Quentin Tarantino, here's my ID, here's my account number. I want to withdraw $12,000, but please be discreet, count it in the back or something like that. Would you say that that was unusual? Is it just unusual? Is it just unusual because it's a black man doing it? Is that why it's unusual to y'all? Like y'all actually, and this is an actual question. Y'all telling me y'all actually walk into the bank and announce to the teller, I want to withdraw $300. That's what y'all do? Or do y'all write it on a slip and give it to the teller? Who are the people who are just walking in announcing? I don't understand how y'all think that it's weird. And I'm not talking about, okay, they were wrong. They apologized. Now I'm talking about y'all, those of you who keep saying it's wrong. And Tanisha says, I whisper to the teller. Why don't you just fill out a slip? You know, if you just fill out the slip, that kind of tell them exactly what you want to do. You fill out the slip and you hand it to them. And you give them, they might say, if you don't give them your ID, can I see some ID? If your account number ain't on there, they might say, do you know the account number? But you don't actually have to verbalize this stuff. You don't actually have to verbalize it. Depends on which bank I'm at. Some banks don't have slips. You know, if you ask for a slip, they probably got a slip. They probably got a slip. But look, I've been in a situation where at a credit union where I did tell the teller, you know, I want to withdraw $100, and then she had to slip back there and she filled everything out and gave me the money. So that has happened before, but typically, I give them a slip. I give them a slip. Greg says, I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet. And that to y'all sound like a bank robbery or something unusual. It's crazy. They don't really ask for slips once you give them your account number. Then how are you giving them your account number? You just blurting it out? You just walking in the bank like 462-395-4732? And they like, oh, all right, got you. How are you giving them your account number if you're not putting it on the slip? That seems weird to me. I gotta know, Benita, how are you giving them? How are you giving them your account number without a slip? I need to know. My mind won't rest now. I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. ID, Emanuel. Okay, ID what? That's not giving them your account number. That's not giving them your account number. Your money becomes property of the bank when it leaves your hands. The bank sets the rules. No, my money don't become property of the bank when it leaves my hands. I don't know who told you that. No, it's mine. They holding it for me. They're holding it for me. They're actually, depending on how much it is, they're actually paying me to hold the money. That's what the interest is. They're paying me to hold the money and, to loan it out to other people so that those people can pay them to borrow the money. It's still my money. It's my property. Hold on, let's see. Somebody said you just give them your ID. You just give them your ID. They still don't know your account number. Just give them your card or ID. And then announce how much money you want. So you telling me, Glenn, you would walk in, you could do this. You would walk into the bank, hand the teller your ID and say, give me $12,000 straight cash. No, you wouldn't, Glenn. I don't know you all that well, but I know you're not doing that. I don't know you all that well, but I know you're not doing that. I sometimes withdraw without a slip. I give them my ID or debit card, and they pull me up in the system. So you only have one account with that bank. Because I would imagine that they would want to know what account from. I ain't got no money, and I got multiple accounts with every bank that I bank with. They want to know, you getting this from your checking account? You getting this from your savings account? You getting this from which account? They want information. And I'm like right next to poor. I'm right next to poor. Your card is linked to your account. What bank you belong to? I belong to a number of them, and I don't give them my ATM card. And I give them my ID with a slip with my account number on it. They'll say which account, and I say it. Maybe I'm missing your position here. My position is a simple position. There is nothing unusual about writing down what you want to withdraw from the bank. It's actually, I believe, the norm. I believe it's the norm. And then you have some people on here who's claiming it's abnormal and alarming to write down that you want to withdraw money from your account, to write down your account number and to hand over your ID and that slip. I don't think that's abnormal. I don't know where y'all banking. Where are y'all banking? That's what I don't know. What's unusual is saying, please be discreet. Now, again, I never would, well, again, I keep saying never. I had to fill out forms to withdraw the money that I withdraw. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying, please be discreet, because you counting. But I look at them funny when they count out my $50. Why do everybody in the bank need to know I got $50? Well, Benita says she hasn't filled out a withdrawal slip from her bank in years. She just walks up and just announces account number, right? Benita walks in, they say, can I help you? And she says, 432-972-4372. Give me $500. And then they give her $500. I don't know. Look, I don't understand y'all. So that is what it is. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like y'all always gotta find a reason why the black man is wrong. That's what I feel like. I can't believe this is an actual conversation that's going on. I can't believe this is an actual conversation that's going on. This was supposed to be 7 minutes. Everybody was supposed to say, yeah, that's crazy that they played him like that. And then that was supposed to be that. But y'all on here making excuses for why it's okay to put that man in handcuffs because he went to the bank to withdraw some of his money from his account. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And okay, I get it. Some of y'all, you know, y'all got so much money and they know you at the bank and you just walk in and you say money. And they know exactly what you want, and that's that. Some of y'all don't mind openly announcing how much money y'all want. Give me $34,000 straight cash. Go ahead, count it right there. It don't matter to me. It's all good. Because these people ain't gonna F with me when I leave. Okay, I get that. I get that. Some of y'all, but okay, it's not the way you do it. It's not the way you do it. But there's nothing wrong with writing still request. There's nothing wrong with that. So Emanuel, what a usual amount to ask from the bank teller? Huh? What an unusual amount to ask from the bank teller. 15,000, 20,000. Well, I don't have a problem with the amount. I don't have a problem with the amount. I don't care what amount you ask. I mean, again, I've not been in the position to ask for $15,000 or $20,000 cash. I've not been in that position. Maybe one of these days, but I've not been in that position. So I'm not against it. But if I do, and I show you some ID, and I give you my account number, and I got $20,000 in my account, and I ask you, don't count it in front of everybody, I shouldn't be arrested for that. And y'all acting like he did something wrong. So really, y'all right there with the bank. Like the bank should know better. But you're right here, right now saying he was wrong. It was so unusual. He used a big word like discreet. He definitely should file a discrimination lawsuit. He gave all the appropriate information. Well, apparently he said, let's be discreet with the counting of the money, Janice. And for some other people watching, let's be discreet is out of line. It's out of line. For some of them, writing it down is out of line. He should have just gave him his debit card. You don't need ID. Your cards are linked. Vernon, just so you know, stop blaming your phone for your misspelling. Nobody misspelled linked except you. You can say linked 800 times into your iPhone, into your Android phone, into anything, and it's never gonna spell it Leanked. That was not predictive text. That was you. Stop blaming predictive text for your bad spelling. All right. I just had to get that out because You'd be blaming predictive text. Linked. Michelle says he did nothing wrong. Not according to some of these people. People don't realize it's only happened to Black people. Funny, you only read the comments you disagree with or can't prove to be not true. That's not true. That's not true. I don't read every comment that comes in. I don't read every comment that comes in, but Ben, sensitive Ben, what comment did you put up that I didn't read? Just type it in again or copy and paste it. And sensitive Ben, I will read your comment. Let's see. I'm not saying he's wrong, just seemed weird to me. I've seen enough crap on TV that I'm not sliding a teller anything. Okay. And you have that right. I don't think it's weird because I always fill out a withdrawal slip. Even if he was who he said he was, saying be discreet should have no bearing. Apparently for some people, it does. E-Man, how was your Home Depot experience? What Home Depot experience? Did I say I was going to Home Depot for something? I didn't go to Home Depot. I haven't been to Home Depot recently that I can remember. So I'm not sure which Home Depot experience we're talking about. So we done here then. Well, I mean, you can be. That's fine. Yo, Underwood, you can be done. I don't, this morning, you have a twin. Let me tell you for a fact, 100%, I was not at Home Depot this morning. If you saw somebody, a little short, heavy-set dude with an unconventional hairline at Home Depot that looked like me, all sexy and shit, then it wasn't me. I have a twin. Was he wearing an Argentina shirt too? Because that is unusual. That's unusual. I might have to look. He had the gray hair. He had the need to shave thing going on. He had the really weird chip tooth, same chip tooth and everything. Interesting. That was Dave Stinger. A lot of people say we do look alike. There was something else that I wanted to discuss. Oh, and it has totally slipped my mind. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I can't remember. Of course, got to talk a little bit about Ukraine. You can't come on and not talk a little bit about Ukraine. It's a lot of female sensitivity coming from some of the men this afternoon. People get sensitive. Like I sent you a comment and you didn't read my comment. At least they ain't said nothing about my lips today. You just trying to argue, Emanuel, and I fed into it. No, I wasn't trying to argue. I see zero wrong or weird with anything that he did. It seemed wholeheartedly appropriate, and I don't understand the people who believe that because he wanted someone to count out $12,000 in straight cash in another room away from the public, that it was weird. So that's it. They sent the sister to Poland. Who? Who did they send to Poland? Joe says you win. He thought Nikki was bad. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. But I have to tell y'all, I am sympathetic. I'm sympathetic to Ukraine. I'm sympathetic to what they're going through, but I don't like being manipulated. I don't like being manipulated. I turned on the TV today. Is it Craig Melvin? Is that his name? Craig Melvin. He's on TV. He's talking about, of course, Ukraine. They're showing whatever, and he's saying, and they're running this video. Some of y'all ain't gonna have a problem with this, but I feel like it's manipulation. He's like showing these pictures of devastation, and then they cut to a picture of a little boy, 8 maybe, blowing bubbles with an Iron Man hat on. And he stops and he drops his voice. And in the midst of all the chaos, there's a little boy blowing bubbles, experiencing, at least for a moment, childhood with his Iron Man hat on. He's just a little boy in the middle of all of this. And they keep looping the boy blow bubbles. And I'm like, if there is no manipulation, then this ain't manipulation. But if manipulation exists, this is definitely it. This is definitely it. And I'm not against little boys. I'm not against little boys blowing bubbles. I'm not against kids enjoying their childhood, taking a moment away, but to take a moment and loop that and try to tug on my heartstrings and manipulate me to feel like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Not on what's supposed to be, a news station. And I get a lot of this stuff ain't news and all that kind of stuff, but his show, and he positions himself more as a journalist and a newscaster than as somebody like me who's just sharing opinions and trying to get people to share and think. So from my perspective, that was manipulation. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to be 100% behind Ukraine, because based on what I've seen, Russia seem like they wrong. But when you do stuff like that, it makes me wonder how else are y'all manipulating the story? And if you're manipulating the story in any way, how can I believe anything that you're saying? And it's not to say that you're not being honest, but it's just to say that I can't trust you. I can't trust you. Donna says, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Yeah, it was today on Craig Melvin. Little boy blowing bubbles. I don't like it. Wow, you are harsh. We know you would have left the little boy blowing bubbles while being bombed from a secure location. Shame. Oh, you damn straight. You damn straight. E-Man, you would want to be sympathetic to some neo-Nazis? Now, who's the neo-Nazis? Who's the neo-Nazis? B-Rap. Tell me who's the neo-Nazis here. I don't know. I'm asking. Because you're bringing up neo-Nazis. And I know I was hearing that Russia was claiming that over in Ukraine, they were neo-Nazis. Ukraine has been white supremacists in their army. So does the United States. The United States has open white supremacists in their armed forces, every branch, in their police departments all over the country. I don't understand what you're saying. So I'm asking, are you suggesting that I should be okay with Russia invading Ukraine because there are some white supremacists in their military? Is that what you're suggesting? I don't know. So then that would also suggest, here's my leap, but it's a logical leap, that I should be okay with some country coming in and invading the United States of America because we have white supremacists in our armed forces. I don't understand the point that you were making. I think that was B-Rap. You hate Russia. I don't hate Russia because you really, really want to. Never mind that Ukraine is KKK headquarters. Actually, I would probably argue that the United States is KKK headquarters. I would imagine, I don't have any hard facts on this, neither do you. I would imagine that there's more racist, white supremacists in the United States than there are in Ukraine. That would just be my guess. I would even go as far as to say there's probably more racists and white supremacists in Texas than there are in Ukraine, let alone the rest of the country. So I'm not sure that I understand y'all point. I'm not sure that I understand. Putin is claiming that the Ukraine are Nazis. It's the pot calling the kettle black. And you get all of these claims. Look, I don't know who is who and what's doing what. And I can't trust the media to disseminate actual, unbiased, factual information because, they are our mainstream media and they want clicks, they want views, so they will sensationalize things. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And because they will sensationalize, that kind of goes hand in hand with, lying. So because they will maybe not tell the truth, then I don't know who to believe. But here's what I know, and here's the position that I'm coming from on it. I'm no, geopolitical genius or anything like that. But if you're rolling up in somebody else's country that hasn't attacked your country, if you're rolling up in somebody else's country trying to take it over, you're probably in the wrong. You're probably in the wrong. And either way, like the civilians in Russia and the civilians in Ukraine, they really don't and should have nothing to do with it. So if, be it accidental or intentional, even though I believe it to be intentional, but I believe that, I guess, based on, partially on the manipulation of the media, if you blowing up civilian centers and hospitals and schools and stuff like that, you're probably the bad actor in everything. You're probably the bad actor. And look, I'm anti-white supremacist, racist, and all of that good stuff. I'm anti all of that. But I'm still not a believer that you can just, because there are some of those people let's say a large number of those people in a particular area, that it's okay to go in and blow up civilian populations. I won't go that far. I won't go that far. Bro, Ukraine has been practicing being anti-black for years. F them. The United States has been practicing being anti-black for years. Am I wrong about that? America doesn't discriminate against black immigrants. That is a lie. America definitely, most definitely discriminates against black immigrants. Without a doubt. Ask a Haitian trying to get here. E-man, stop reading these fools' comments because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't understand. That would be a wrong assessment, maybe almost the same. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. But everyone does have a right to their opinion. Ukraine people was showing support for Derek Chauvin. American people were showing support for Derek Chauvin. You got to give me more than that. There are racists in Ukraine. Okay, there are racists all around the world. You don't think there's no racists in Russia? You really don't? So the Klan just showed up and moved to Ukraine. America hate groups just showed up and moved away and started a Ukraine branch. Yeah, I'm voting yes to remove trolls. Based on zero facts, hate Russia and support Ukraine. Again, no one says they hate Russia. And nobody falls for that nonsense over here. You got to come up with something else. That you're not good at this, Purple Pros. Somebody actually said that the Ukraine was KKK headquarters. Yes, they did. They did. Let's see. Tessie, this is a longer one. I'm not sure about any of y'all points on neo-Nazis, but the Ukraine would not let the blacks go over the border. They couldn't board the buses and was told Ukrainians are the priority. I too have sympathy for Ukraine, but they don't have to treat people of, let's see, can I finish reading it? Color like that. Well, Tessie, I understand what you're saying, even though the news reports that I read were the people trying to get to Poland. And it wasn't the Ukraine saying you can't go. It was the Polish people saying you can't come. We won't, because it wasn't, Ukrainians getting people out. It was people from Poland getting people out. So if anything, and there might have been some of both, but how do you, come on, do any of y'all pay attention to how they treat the Haitians when they try to get here? When they arrive here? Do any of y'all pay attention to that? Versus, say, Cubans? Any of y'all pay attention to that? There's a definite difference in the way that black people are treated. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this to people. And y'all should know this stuff. Y'all should know this stuff. There's a definite difference in the way that the United States of America treats black immigrants as opposed to white immigrants. There's a definite difference. So let's say Ukraine is filled with KKK members and neo-Nazis, and they hate black people, and they won't let black people leave, which would seem like the opposite thing. Like you would want the black people to get out if you really hated them that much. But I guess since it's, a war, like make them stay here and get blown up. So that argument could be made. But if they did all of those things, I would imagine the United States probably does them 50 times more. So y'all making the case that it's okay for Russia to invade Ukraine and kill civilians and just terrorize the entire country. You know, you're also making the case then that it's okay for some nation to come in here and do the same to us based on we got KKK members, we got neo-Nazis, people in the United States supported Derek Chauvin. We don't treat black immigrants the same. All of that stuff y'all saying that they're doing in Ukraine, they're doing here. What are y'all? I don't understand what y'all talking about. Most of the time, if U.S. citizens need to evacuate, we, the State Department, will contact planes to get them out. The host country usually does not make those arrangements. Yep, that's wrong too. The U.S. is terrible too. We are treated bad all over the globe. That's the real point. The war is about money. Black men are the most hated species. This is why black talk show hosts get on media and try to paint us as evil monsters. Okay. It's not America hate. It's neo-Nazism. Neo means new or revised. Germany, not America, believed in eugenics and a superior race. Hence, Ellis Island. Okay. Brian says, media chooses to show what will sway you. Russia has known publicly functioning fascist organizations. Most European regimes have white supremacist elements. So now what? Hold on. Who said America doesn't discriminate against black immigrants? That's a ridiculously stupid thing to say. That was Purple Prose. Purple Prose said that and like stood by it unbelievably. America has racists for sure, but Ukraine is racist. B-Rab says, I wish you could take calls. That, by the end of the month. By the end of the month. But B-Rab, all you're saying is that they're racist. And because they're racist, you're making, or at least you seem to be making the case that no one, at least here in America, or I guess in particular, no black person, I'm not sure if you're narrowing it down that much, should have sympathy for them. Because there are racist factions in that country. That's the point that you have made just repeatedly. And again, my only answer to that is, what country in the world, I was about to say in the United States, what country in the world does not have racist elements? In particular, if it's, you know, say a European country or a country led by white people. The people that say America is the greatest country in the world are going to be mad at you. I'm not saying that America's not a great country. I don't know it to be the greatest country in the world, but I've not visited or lived in every country in the world to make that assessment. So, and I understand the people who make that assessment. I understand they've been told that they enjoy certain freedoms and probably a certain degree of success financially, because that'll sway you. That'll sway you. And I'm not even saying that America's like some horrible country. I told you I like being American. You put me anywhere else in the world, and I'm gonna say I'm American. Go America. So yeah, I'm not anti-American. I'm just the best country on the planet. I feel like in order to make that assessment, you legit have to live and experience every other country on the planet. And I don't know that there's many people that can actually say, I've spent a significant amount of time living the life and the culture of that country to say this country is better. Maybe different, but better. Well, I don't know. So that guy is back. The one who always says black radio hosts bash black men. Yeah, he's back. He's back. If it was your child being asked to out their life, I'm assuming you man, put their life on the line to fight for Ukraine, you'd feel differently. And again, don't blame autocorrect for that. Autocorrect has never in the history of autocorrection spelled you'd, Y-O-U-D-E. I don't know if I would feel differently. How would I feel differently? If it was my child putting their life on the line to fight for Ukraine, I think I would feel the exact same as I feel now. How do you think I feel? Just curious. What are you reading into how I feel? Oh, okay. Funny how they treated the black man in the bank, but you look at my comment with the disgust. Imagine how that black man felt in the bank while he was handcuffed. What the hell? What? Just what? All right, here, Gerald. You're the victim, and it's wrong. You shouldn't be the victim. You're right, and hopefully that makes you feel better. Let's see. Victoria says she late to the party. Greetings, E-Man the Free Man. Jared and Lewis are the same person. Just that's his YouTube persona, and Lewis is his Facebook persona. Good afternoon, Emanuel, and everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you. And happy Thursday to you as well. I always thought it was very arrogant when people say this is the best country in the world, especially when you never left the country. Immigrants are always well-traveled. That's not true. That's not true. Yes, I'm in the control room. I am in the control room. But yeah, I just don't take the word of the media. I'm tired of them manipulating me. Someone says, do banks not ask for ID anymore? Serious question. Well, some of these people say that they don't show their ID when they go to the bank. They just present, I guess, their debit card. And that serves the same purpose, which I certainly hope that my bank is not one of those banks where you can just present a debit card and take the money out. Here's my debit card. I want $12,000. And they'd be like, oh, well, this is your debit card. You got $12,000. Here you go. Have a great day. I certainly hope my bank, because, you know, people lose their debit cards and people steal debit cards. But if that's how your bank get down and you happy with it, cool. But I don't want nobody to just be able to, you know, pick my pocket, go to my bank, present my debit card and say, give me $12,000. Well, they would get laughed at horribly. But, you know, give me $20 and then them just get my $20. So for those of y'all who don't show your ID at the bank and don't write a slip out at the bank, you just give them your debit card. Say, give me $1,000, and they give you your debit card back with $1,000. No paperwork, no nothing signed. That sounds dangerous to me. But apparently that's happening. Apparently that's happening according to the people, on the chat. You can use debit, but you have to have the PIN. I want them to ask for some ID. I want them to ask for some ID. People can decode that stuff. People can. Okay, some of this is movie stuff, but I believe people can decode that stuff. Like, what if somebody behind me at the ATM, which, timeout, it's the ATM, not the ATM machine. I don't know why, but it bugs me, and I see people write it and hear people say it all the time. It's either the ATM or the automated teller machine. It's not the ATM machine. It's not the automated teller machine. Not the automated teller machine. ATM or automated teller machine. All right. I got that off my chest. Whew, I feel better. Somebody stand behind me at the ATM. Peep out. For whatever reason, I ain't paying that much attention. Peep out my PIN number. Picks my pocket. And then goes to the bank. Presents my debit card. So now they know my PIN number. Give my PIN number. And get my money. I don't want that. Ask for some ID, because that might not be me. But that's just me. That's just me. ATM machine is as frustrating as Kroger's and Myers. My institution has installed ITMs. What is an ITM? I genuinely don't know. And I'm always down for some new information. What is an ITM? Somebody gonna tell me in a minute what an ITM is. But I don't know how we got back to that. But yeah, no, I don't want to be that's what I was saying. I don't want to be manipulated by the media. I'm certain I am. I live in the United States of America, and I watch TV news and I read a lot of mainstream media. So I'm certain that I am being manipulated, but I don't like it. They got one at the library. I guess they teach you how to use it in kindergarten. I love the ITM. The teller comes on the machine to complete your transaction. Interactive teller machines is what an ITM is. Okay. I'm trying to think, have I ever used one? I don't think I've ever used one. Yeah, I was confused first time I used ITM. So I go in, it's like the ATM. I put my card in, I do everything, but then when I'm done, hold on, let's see. Stop it. Scroll. Thank you. I park in my garage, leave my purse in the back seat. I jump in the car, go to Meijer, Get out the car, no purse. I was not going back home. Meyer has a U.S. bank. I waited for the guy to come that can come to the cookout. Hold on. This is a lot, Victoria. They could come to the cookout. I explained to him what happened. He said, down low, how much do you need? I said $100. He gave it to me. No ID, just my name and address. Oh. I don't know if I would like that. I don't know if I like that. Here's some rich. See, I'm not. This is really the only thing that confused me about Ryan Coogler is because I genuinely have a feeling that a lot of rich people don't necessarily go to the bank anymore. Like Myosha, she says, that sounds pretty cool. I haven't been to a bank in years. I was not under the impression that a lot of rich people actually just visit the bank. I was not aware that they did that, which is the only thing that seems weird about the Ryan Coogler situation, is that with all of the money that he has, he's actually visiting the bank. Glenn says 12,000 is maybe 1.5 inches in an envelope. I don't know. I wouldn't have any idea how much $12,000 would be, and then or how thick that would be. $12,000 seemed like it would be. It seemed like it would be pretty thick. What kind of envelope are you putting the $12,000 in? That is, I feel like a lot of money. But again, Glenn would know. Glenn would know. I'm sure. I'd take your word for it, Glenn. Glenn, I'm certain Myosha, they would know. They could, they've done it so much. They're like, this is $12,000. And you're like, really? And they're like, yeah. What's 20? How do you know that? When you deal with it so much, then hey, there you go. You got manipulated by the media to believe rich people don't go to the bank. That had nothing to do with the media. That had nothing to do with the media. That just I would just look, if I had that kind of money, I shouldn't have to go to the bank to get my money. I got money. Get my money to me somehow. Courier, something. Glenn says one sleeve of $1,000 is 3 centimeters. All right. I'm definitely not rich, and I have not been to a bank in over 5 years. Okay. All right. Rich people and poor people, a lot of times, again, this is just me. This is no scientific. I'm not stating this as a fact. I'm just telling you this is the way that I think about it. Rich people and poor people, I don't imagine that they need to go to the bank. All y'all telling me about how thick $12,000 is. Just think, it's not much. Just think if you had $5,000 in each hand, same thing, just add $2,000 to it. I've never been in the situation to have $5,000 in each hand and then add $2,000 to it. I'm sorry. So $12,000 straight cash seems like a lot of money to me. And but again, admittedly, I'm not a wealthy person. I'm not a wealthy person. So 44 watching, 12 likes. Do better. You know what? And I probably should start looking at each individual one. I just look at, because on my screen, I can see everybody who's watching. So I don't know who's watching from that platform, who's watching from that platform, who's watching from that platform, and who's watching from that platform. I can just tell you that right now across all platforms, there's like 107 people watching. So maybe I should start going on and seeing who's on which platform. You have never seen $1,000 from a bank. I've never had a band of hundreds to be $1,000. No, I've never done that. And even the few times that I've had $1,000 in the bank to go withdraw, I'm typically getting it for something. So I need it a certain way. So I need, maybe a few hundreds. I might need some 50s. I might need some 5s. I might need some 1s. You might need a 10 or 20, but no, I've never just gone and said, give me $1,000 in $100 bills with the strap thing on it. No, never done it. Never done it. Sorry if that makes me a bad person. You never bought a car and gave a cash deposit. I wrote a check. No. Now, the only time, like I said, once I bought a car from an auction and I had to go to the bank and get cash. That's the only time I've ever had, that kind of significant amount of money in my hand. Only time. Why are you trying to make me feel bad about not having had $12,000 cash in my hand? Again, that's y'all rich people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rich people. $12,000 is not a lot of money, but it looked good sitting in that savings account. I guess it all depends on you're defining a lot of money. I mean, in relation to, say, a multi-billionaire, no, $12,000 cash is not a lot of money. In relation to somebody that makes 20-something thousand dollars a year, $12,000 is a lot of money. It's half their annual income. For some people, that might be their annual income. So for you, Linda, $12,000 is not a lot of money. But for me, $12,000 would be a significant amount of money. Significant amount of money. I wonder how they expect you to do better. Like, go walking down the street and everyone you see, force them to get on your live. That's for the people saying, if you don't like it and if you don't share it, then other people won't even know that the live stream exists. And maybe I should say, hey, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Then that way, and that's, let me say it for real, because y'all know I'm not as consistent as maybe I should be. I might miss a day here or there. As a matter of fact, I should probably be getting off of here because I'm expecting a call from the man about the people trying to take over the kingdom. So I'm expecting a call from the man. But you should subscribe. I don't know on Facebook. I probably should know this stuff. But I imagine there's a way that you can do a thing where you get notified when I go live. You should probably do that. Because, I might just go live one night with some good stuff. And I really am planning on doing some other stuff, some First Amendment audits, some videos about other things that I got going on. Some of it you might like, other stuff you might not. And then at some point, I am going to transfer all of this stuff over. I gotta do a what they call it. Well, it's not my personal page. It'll be like a King of Talk Industries. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be some other page, Emanuel Livingston Entertainment, something. And it will not be on my personal page. So doing the thing with the notifications on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch, where when I'm going live, you get a notification that he's going live. Because it might be 1 o'clock, it might be 1:03, it might be whatever. But that way you'll know when I go live. So that's a thing that you might want to do. Okay, you went to an auction and got cash. You never seen $1,000. Glenn, I think you're making this way too hard. Either that or you wasn't paying attention earlier in the show. Let me see. Ain't nobody on Twitch, man. It's people on Twitch. Let's see. Cash is king to getting the best deals. And is the man calling from the Kroger gas card number? Oh, speaking of I got another call. This wasn't from the Medicare people, but it was the same number as the Medicare people. Hold on, Glenn, I'll deal with you in a second. They called me back, but this time they was calling about solar. And they called me like 2 minutes after I got off the live. Did I do a live yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. 2 minutes after I got off the live yesterday, they called me. 2 minutes. They called me. And at first, it was one of those recordings with, the AI thing where it sound like it's live and they can actually answer your questions. Because he was talking to me like, hi, my name is Jeremy, and I wanted to call you about solar energy and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, Jeremy, where are you calling from? And Jeremy was like, well, we're based in Arizona, but I'm actually calling you from Chicago. And, we got this great deal. And I was like, Jeremy, what's your last name? And my last name is Smith. I'm Jeremy Smith. I'm from so-and-so and so-and-so. And they answer you as if you are actually talking to a person. And if you don't know no better, you would think you're talking to a person. And I tripped them up I said, no, specifically, Jeremy, where are you calling me from? Well, we're based in Arizona. I'm out of Chicago. Hold on, Jeremy. Specifically, I'm asking you, where in Chicago are you? Like, what's the address that you're at? And then it was a little glitch. And then Jeremy said, you know what? I can't answer that question. So let me transfer you to my supervisor, and he should be able to answer any further questions that you might have, or something like that. And again, if you wasn't 100% sure that what you might think, like, this is live, because they do it so well. And Jeremy did not sound like he was from India or whatever. Jeremy was an American dude. But then once Jeremy sent me to his supervisor, that was Michael. And I don't do a good Indian accent, so I'm not going to do it because, I don't want to offend any of my Indian listeners. But I couldn't understand what Michael was saying. And I kept saying, Michael, I can't understand what you're saying. And then Michael would slow down and Michael would, speak slowly and get it all out to me. And then eventually I was like, Well, I'm not interested. And for whatever reason, that completely threw Michael. And Michael was like, huh? What do you mean? Because they kept asking me. They kept asking me, how much are you paying in electric bills? And I kept saying, I'm not comfortable sharing that information. Well, we're not asking you for your account number, or we're not asking you for any identifying information. We just want to know how much are you paying for your electric bill. And I was like, well, again, I'm not comfortable giving you that information. But it don't matter what I'm doing, what I'm paying for my electric bill. If you got a way to get me free solar and my electric bill to go away, if I'm only paying $20, I'll do a $20 savings. So, okay. Well, no, in order to qualify, we need to know how much you're paying in your electric bill. What do you mean? Y'all say this is a free service and everybody getting free solar. I want free solar. So what I got to do to get the free solar? And he was like, well, I need to know. I was like, look, Mike, let me just tell you. In all honesty, I'm not interested. You're what? I'm not interested. I'm not interested. How are you not interested in free? And I felt pressure. I felt the pressure cell coming. And I said, Michael, you know what it means to not be interested, right? I'm not interested. And then Michael got an attitude and Michael hung up. So that was that. I'm not trusting none of those people. I'm not trusting none of those people. But yeah, it was like 2 minutes after. And I wished it would have been on the air because I would have had fun with it. I would have had fun with it. But I didn't get an opportunity to have as much fun with him as I want to. And they have not called me back. What's their number so we can call them? Hold on, let me see. What is the number? It came in yesterday. No, not. Oh, this ain't numbers. These are text messages. Phone numbers. Recents. It was out of Middletown. Let me see if I dial that back. All right, it's coming up as 513 464 6904. 513 464 6904. That's the number that it's coming up as. I mean, initially it came up as V30915281600210563 and some other numbers. Hold on, let me see if it'll show. Yeah. So it came up initially as V30. I want y'all to see this so y'all know I'm not lying. If y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see it. The light is too bright in it. Sorry. V3091528160021056331 from Middletown, Ohio. You are not calling me from Middletown, Ohio. Stop it. Stop it. You are not calling me. Hold on. Let me see if they answer when I call. Will they answer?
The number or code you have dialed is incorrect. Please check the number or code and try again.
They will not answer.
El número o código que usted ha marcado es incorrecto.
Who?
Por favor, verifique el número o código y
I always answer them, Carolyn. I always answer. I always answer those. Well, not always. If I ain't got nothing else to do, I answer those calls. Again, my mindset is you're going to spend some time on me, and that's less time that you have to spend swindling some older person. In my mind, there's older people who fall for this. I don't know why. But you have less time to spend swindling some older person, and then they fall for it, and you take their money. Or somebody like Stefan, which that's not a shot at Stefan. That's not a shot at Stefan. Now Glenn was talking about I was deflecting. No, Glenn, I wasn't deflecting. I said this earlier in the show. I said I typically don't have the opportunity to go to the bank and get a lot of money. But I did bring up the auction. I did bring up the fact that I had to go to the bank and withdraw a significant amount of money in the thousands, over $10,000. In order to withdraw that money, I had to fill out a form to withdraw that money. But then, yes, I did withdraw that money and took it and paid for the vehicle that I purchased at the auction. But I wasn't measuring the money. I wasn't measuring it. Like I didn't hold it in my hands. Like, ooh, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. I just took the money and gave it to the man at the auction and got my stuff. That was it. That was it. I paid a student loan and got money. It fit in an envelope. All right. Well, Anthony, I don't cuss them out. I don't cuss them out. Why? That's because then y'all just gonna be cussing at each other, and that compromises my character and my integrity. Because all y'all know I don't cuss, so that compromises my integrity and all of that kind of stuff. So, I don't cuss them out. I try to string them along as long as I can. I try to string them along as long as I can. When I was on the air, I didn't do a great job of stringing them along. I would have probably asked a few more questions, and but I was just trying to get to the people to figure it out. But no, I don't cuss them out. I want to string them along. When I get that type of money, I put it up to my ear. Oh, like a phone, like a phone. I would get harassed and spam calls, and I sued them and received a settlement. Oh, really? How much money did you get? How much money did you get? I wonder how much PPP money will fit in an envelope. Do you know anyone we could ask? See, that's just why. Why? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. All right, y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. I got some things. Again, I'm waiting on this call from the man. And I got to go pick up some stuff. Now, y'all know I do screen print. Somebody told me I shouldn't be telling y'all all my business, but what y'all gonna do? Y'all know I do screen printing. And exposure units. I'm trying to think, because everybody don't know how screen printing works. I know it's not 3 yet, but I'm gonna have to leave. But I was watching a video, and this guy came up with an ingenious way of making exposure units for really cheap. An exposure unit is basically a light. It's a table with a glass on it, and you put your screen on it with a film with the design on it, and the light cures the emotion that you put on the screen, and then you rinse it out. But the design you black out so that the light can't get through. That's like a super oversimplified way of explaining it. The box that you had, the light, those things can cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to $7,000 to $9,000, and I've even seen some up to like $12,000. Well, this guy came up with a way to build this box, high quality box, and he said he paid like $400. I was adding up the parts because he laid it out. There's a YouTube video where he completely lays out how to do this. I was pricing up the parts. I don't know how much the glass is going to be. There's a specific kind of glass that you got to get. But I was pricing up the parts. I'm looking at around $300. I'm looking at around $300, like total for a box that if I paid for it from a company, the size that I'm building would probably cost me well over $10,000 for like $300. And one of the things that I had to do was I had to find a filing cabinet, like one of the big filing cabinet. And I bought one. I got to go pick it up today. I got it for like $12. For like $12. Y'all understand? Y'all don't understand this thing is like a $400 or $500 unit. And I got it for $12. So I'm excited. I got to go pick that up. And then I'll start building my exposure unit. And of course, with that, I'm also editing some videos. And I didn't get a chance, or I guess I should say I didn't take the opportunity to go and fix the treadmill yesterday. So I got to do that. Somebody asked me for my Cash App. I've come to the conclusion I'm not giving out the Cash App. I'm not giving out the Cash App. But I got to read this because I don't want him. I put it up on the screen because, you know, I don't want him to be like really sensitive about it. Like I sent you a message and you didn't read my message. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. Where you get it from. See, I read your message. Now, I'm not going to answer that question. But I did read your message. And if you guess where I got it from, then I'll say you're correct. But I'm not going to tell you where I got it from. I'm not going to tell you where I got it from. Brent Beard kept track of the calls, dates, and times. I then reached out to their attorney personally. The calls have to be excessive. All right. Yes, Ben. Yes. Absolutely. See, I told you if you guessed it, I would tell you. Absolutely, that's where I got it from. Some great deals. Great deals. How was that nasty? I wasn't being nasty. I was just saying I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to give out the Cash App. I'm not going to give it out. You know, I talked to a few people and they convinced me to not give it out. So I won't give it out. That's a blessing. Phyllis, yes, it is a blessing. Ben says great deals. Day 2 has some great deals. I've been over there twice this week. And I've gotten some great deals. And so this will be my 3rd time going this week. You said it in a nasty way. We're so sensitive. That, by the way, that is not my Cash App. That is not my Cash App. If you send money to that, you are not sending money to me. You are sending money to somebody else. That is not my Cash App. I don't want people out here thinking that they are sending me money when they are not. That is not my Cash App. You can send it there if you want to, but that is not, I repeat, is not. Hold on, let me not smile so that people don't even think I'm playing. That is not my Cash App. What's on the screen is not my Cash App. So, just so that I'm clear about that. All right. That none of these Cash Apps that you're seeing pop up on these screens are mine. None of them. None of them. None of them. Where is great deals? I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Because then that lets us a chance of me getting a great deal. No, that's not true. I'll share because, you know, I'll be sharing. It's a fast track auction. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's a fast track auction, and you just Google that and figure the rest of it out yourself. I really am hesitant to share because I like the deals all myself. I like the deals all to myself. But again, none of those cash apps that went up on the screen, if somebody posting something on here, unless it comes from me, don't believe that that is my cash app. Unless it comes from me, don't believe it. And I'm not putting up my cash app. Is it used stuff? It is not used stuff. It is 100%. Well, some of it is 100% new. Some of it is like open box items. But just look it up. Look it up. It's a fast track auction. But no, I'm not necessarily, I'm not buying used stuff. Y'all can believe, look, y'all can believe these cash apps if y'all want to, unless you see me put it up there. LaDonna says she's heard of it. Yeah. Brian says, I haven't been on there in a minute. I'm going to check it out today. Look, I have gotten some great deals. I bought a Behringer X32. A Behringer X32. It's actually the one that I'm using for sound for here for my home studio, even though I use it when I do sound out and all that kind of stuff. For, I think it was $274. And y'all know a new Behringer X32 runs what, $1,300 or something like that. I bought one for $274. And that was with the fees and everything. That was the final price. $274. I bought it's not just in Ohio. They're all over the country. I bought a brand new JBL sub, like a real sub, 18-inch sub that I use when I do live sound for bands. Now, I had purchased a floor model in the store. They run like $19.99, I believe is what they run, $19.99 new. I bought a floor model in the store for, I think, like $1,300 or something like that. And I thought I was getting a great deal. And one day I was sitting at White Castle and something said, go on the bid site and just look it up. What's the worst that could happen is it won't be there. They had one there. It was listed as an open box. I ended up paying, I think, $200 for it. I got the bid because it was only like 10 minutes left for the auction. So I ended up getting it for like $200. Got up there. It was up in Dayton because y'all know Dayton have all of the good electronics. It was up in Dayton. Opened up the box. It was brand new. I guess somebody opened up the box and said, this ain't what I ordered, and sent it back. Brand new, $200. So I got one that I paid $1,300 for that was a floor model. And I got one brand new that I paid $200 for off of the bid site. I get some great deals on that bid site. So Brian said, you just have to know what you're looking for. And you have to read the open box versus unopened and read all the notations attached. Serious licks on it. Yeah. I saw Nicole. I don't know if she's on here or not, but I saw Nicole out there one day. I was picking up some stuff and Nicole was out there. And we was both like, hey, there's some good deals. Some good deals. White Castle, you just made my stomach hurt. Why? There's a time and a place for White Castle burgers. That sounded real weird. White Castle burgers. There's a time and a place for White Castles. Dee Dee says, I use that site, been using it for some years. Yeah. Angela Kenny says, where? I saw Nicole at the one on School Road. I saw her at the one on School Road. Almost every time I go there, I run into somebody. And I'll be like, oh, so you hip? And they be like, yeah, I'm hip. When you pay for it, did you slip them a note and say, go around the corner and make sure it's all there, no weird stuff? Now, as soon as you bid for it, they take that stuff off your credit card, and that's that. What's funny about White Castles? That's what we've always called the burger. The burger is, even when I pull up to the drive-thru, I'll be like, give me 3 White Castles. And they be like, all right, they know what I'm talking about. I just want what they call it, a slider now. Give me 4 White Castles. Yeah, give me 4 sliders. That just don't sound right. They've been White Castles, not the restaurant. It's White Castle burgers. Nah, they just White Castles. They just White Castles. They're not White Castle burgers. That sounds too bougie for me. I want a White Castle burger. Like, no. Like, you want a White Castle. We know you're talking about the burger. Now, if you're talking about the cheeseburger, then, that's a little different. But just the plain old thing is a White Castle. And if you're getting 2, you need some White Castles. 2 White Castles. They know what you're talking about. Because that's the way we've always said it. We being the people that I know who down with White Castle. All right, y'all. I do have to, the Castle locations have been closing for good. And the ones that remain open no longer keep their longer hours. True. There's nothing bougie about White Castle. It is when you need a White Castle burger. Like, it's White Castle. How you being bougie about White Castle? It's a White Castle burger. I won't call my White Castle. That's some bougie stuff. And it's fake bougie stuff, but that's some bougie stuff. You add an S on White Castle, but get mad when people say Kroger's. I'm not saying I'm going to White Castles. I'm saying that's what we call the actual slider, is a White Castle. So if I'm only getting 1, then I'm getting a White Castle. If I'm getting 2, then I need some White Castles. It's plural. Come on, y'all. Y'all act like y'all don't understand this stuff. What up, E-Man? Like the CNN background. Get the Fast Track app. You can find anything. I got it. I specifically search for stuff. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. They closed the White Castle on North Bend and Galbraith. Almost did a 24-hour Ozzy and Genghis protest. They did close it. And a lot of them aren't staying open 24 hours now. I guess it's the work. I knew what you meant. Went in North Bend. I guess it's the shortage, the employee shortage, worker shortage is what they keep telling us. Well, I need a fast track tutorial. Buy them by the sack. When you taking calls, I will be by the end of the month. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you for sure. By the end of the month. White Castle is better than Crystal. It is. It's because of the bun. It's because of the bottom bun. Because the bottom bun be moist, which typically wouldn't be a good thing. But in this case, the flavor seeps into the bottom bun. But yeah. Back in the day after concerts, if Ruby's Barbecue on Lincoln Avenue wasn't open or sold out, White Castle was the next best place. Yeah. And I remember when White Castles was, what was it, 10 cent? I remember when they were 10 cent a piece. I was little, but I remember when they were 10 cent a piece. Wet buns are gross. Not on the White Castle. On the White Castle, that's what make it good. It's the little moist bun. See, somebody always got to take it there. Anthony, somebody always got to take it there. Why y'all always get sexual before the end of the show? Why y'all always get sexual before the end of the show? White Castle egg and cheese breakfast sandwiches are the bomb. I used to eat the ones on wheat bread, and they would give you like a full piece of bread. It was like, they went to the store and they got some bread. They went to the store, they got some bread, and they made the sandwich and they put it on there with some bread overhang, but it was on wheat bread, and I liked it. They changed it, and they got like some small. So now I just have to get the regular breakfast things, which they are good. They are good. And they have to be hot. They do. If you eat White Castles, they got to be hot. But they can, I'm not saying they're amazing, but they can be good. 10 cent White Castles. What did I just walk into? I was just saying, I remember when White Castles was 10 cent a piece. I remember when they was 10 cent a piece. I was little, but they was 10 cent a piece. It's a little irritating now because ain't they like over $1? Well, I could go down the street to like a McDonald's or something like that and get a burger off a value meal for probably cheaper now than a single White Castle costs. But at the right time, like it's not an everyday thing, it's not an all the time thing, but at the right time, White Castle hit just right. And I am with you. I saw, who was there? Who is that? Bonita. I think they got the best. Them and Burger King have the best onion rings / onion chips. I'm up in the air about which is the best. I'm up in the air. I don't know if I would say Burger King has the better onion rings over White Castle onion chips, or if onion chips are better than Burger King onion rings. But as far as I'm concerned, those two are the best. And if you haven't had they fish nibblers are actually pretty good. Anthony, remember when they were 5 cent a piece? Anthony, I wanted to say 5 cent. I have a vague memory of 5 cent, but I couldn't say with 100% certainty. But I do remember 10 cent for sure. But, they can also make you feel like you're on death's door. I've not had them in years. I've never had that experience with them. Now, I have had the experience of they give me gas, and then the gas smells a little bit like White Castles. I've experienced that periodically, not like every time, but every once in a while. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody actually said that. Okay, I didn't see that comment before. That garbage sticks to your insides and make your poop smell like White Castles. Every once in a while, that happens. But I wouldn't say on the regular. I haven't eaten McDonald's since I was 16 years old and got violently sick after eating a quarter pounder. Oh, that's unfortunate. The fish nibblers at 2 a.m. hit the spot. Yeah, the fish nibblers can be on. And again, it's not a, it's not a, it's not a like a everyday regular thing. It's not an everyday regular thing, but every once in a while, given the right situation, White Castle's hit. No, E-Man, because the batter comes off the onion rings. Which you're talking about White Castle onion chips? That's a part of the good. If that's a part of what make them good. Sometimes when that batter come off, you just eat the batter, and then you got a larger piece of onion with a little bit left. Frisch's got the best onion rings, hands down. I don't care for Frisch's onion rings. There's no real flavor there. There's no real flavor. I mean, they exist. It's onions. Definitely onions. But no. Did you say fish nibblers? What the heck is a fish nibbler? You just got to try it. You just got to try it. The onions give some gas. And I love the onions. Extra onions, extra pickles, and some of the Dusseldorf mustard. I don't know if that's actually how that's pronounced. But that little brown mustard, man, I don't need no cheese. Give me some extra onions. Give me some extra pickles and put some of that brown mustard on there. Again, like today, I wouldn't eat no White Castles today. I'm not in the mood for White Castles today. If Mrs. Livingston said, hey, I stopped by White Castle and brought you, 6 White Castles, I would be like, 6? Because I don't ever eat 6. That's too many. But I would be like, no, thank you. And then they would just go to waste because it's not the same. You can't, you can, but it's not the same heating them up. So they would just go to waste. So it's got to be the right time. It's got to be the right time. All right. That's the man telling me that they're going to be calling me shortly. The onion rings, by some miracle, are minced opposed to White Castle full onion leaves. Let me see. What the hell? Are you swallowing White Castles whole and your digestive system ain't working right? I don't understand what you're talking about. Sometimes they give you gas and it smells like White Castle. The onions give you the gas at White Castle. All right. Oh, Brent, it's a Cincinnati thing. You wouldn't understand. I prefer Burger King over McDonald's. Same here. Same here. Myosha, I think they just didn't want to call them fish nuggets, but they are good. They are good. Glenn says 5 Guys puts too much salt on their fries. I don't think so. I like their fries. I like when they put the salt on them. I do. I always ask them fry them hard because I hate mushy fries. Fry the bad boys. Like, don't be scared. My sister says when you heat them up, you have to leave them in the box in the microwave. Then they're good as new. I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it. Dusseldorf. I still don't know if I pronounced it right. That brown mustard be good in the mug. But I like mustard. I'm a mustard guy. And like I said, I would do mustard on my fries. I do mustard, of course, on pretzels. I say, of course, like everybody do. I do mustard on just about anything. Plus, in case you didn't know this, if you're suffering from intense heartburn, take a teaspoon, squirt your mustard into the teaspoon, a big heaping teaspoon, eat it. Big heaping teaspoon of mustard will, or at least it has for me on a number of occasions, kill heartburn. in case you did not know that. Something you can try. Glenn, they do, but I love it. I'm a saltaholic. That's what I get to. Extra onions and pickles. Have any of you tried fried pickles? They're good. I've never tried fried pickles. Quintano said that mustard hit. It does. It does. Five Guys is just overpriced. I agree. They are overpriced. But I will tell you, if you go to Five Guys, always get the small fries. Because they put a scoop of fries in the bag anyway. If they're doing it right, get the small fries. Get the small fries. I had White Castle and onion chips. Very good. Glenn says he always get extra onions, extra pickles. The Dusseldorf mustard threw me off. It's good, though. It's good. Sonic used to have really good onion rings, but their food quality has gone down. I think I've been to Sonic maybe like 3 times because I ain't never seen a Sonic in the hood. I'm not sure they, but I ain't never seen one in the hood. So the only time I really ever go to Sonic is, every once in a while I'm on a trip, driving to Alabama or something. I just want to get something real quick, and I'll stop and get something from Sonic. White Castle only bust if you're drunk. If you say so. Again, you do have to be in the right mood. You got to be in the right mood. All veggies give you gas. Fun fact, no human being on the planet has said the word initially more than the one they call G. See, that was funny. Because it's true. That's all I smell in Five Guys, salt. I hate shoestring French fries like Steak and Shake fries. I love Steak and Shake fries. I don't know why, but I do. Mustard on fries, it's delicious. But that's if you're a mustard person. I like mustard. I don't like Burger King burgers. Burger King burgers to me are delicious. They are delicious. And I even like their Impossible Burger. I even like their Impossible Burger. Is it sweet mustard? It's not sweet mustard. But it's good. You just have to try it. I mean, it's mustard, but you just have to try it. I don't even really know how to describe it to you, Antonisha. You just have to try it. And either you'll like it or you won't. Right, Brian. Exactly. If they are super crunchy, shoestring, I would take shoestring fries over anybody else's fries. I'd take them over McDonald's fries. I'd take them over Five Guys or only fries that Rallies. Rallies is like the only fries I can think of that I would take over shoestring fries if they were both sitting there. Like if you had some McDonald's fries, some crinkle cut fries, some all fries from all the restaurants. I think I'm choosing Rallies first and then the shoestring fries second. And then everything else, I'll figure it out. But Rallies got fries on lock, if you ask me. Yeah, you do. You got to have that crave for real. Glenn says a teaspoon of mustard for cramps is good also. Huh. Never heard that. I do know it'll get rid of that daggone heartburn. Tony says, I used to eat mustard for heartburn. Then I got high blood pressure from all the salt in mustard, but it does work for heartburn. It says, there's a Sonic out here, E-Man. Never saw one in the hood. No, I never saw one in the hood. I never saw a Sonic in the hood, and I never saw a Chick-fil-A in the hood. Those are two that I've never seen in the hood. And when I say the hood, I don't necessarily just mean like even, say around the University of Cincinnati or something like that, where it's, hood adjacent. I've never seen them. But that's, Victoria, that's not the hood though. Jason said he never farted off of a carrot. I don't say pooed it. That's them women's words, pooed it. Women poo, men fart. Are there still any more Steak and Shakes? The one up there on Ridge, I think they opened back up. Janice says Wendy's has good fries. Wendy's fries is all right. They're all right. I don't get fries from Wendy's. If I go to Wendy's, I'll typically get the chili instead of fries. Give me the small chili instead of fries. Give me a steak fry. Oh, I don't like steak fries. You don't say Rally's fries. What do you say there? Rally's fries is the best, hands down. Hands down. I agree with you. Penn Station fries are good. Again, I tell them fry them bad boys hard. Extra well done. I mean, you want them well done? I want them extra well done. I like crispy fries. How you gonna say Riley's fries is trash? See, what's wrong with you? See, now you're making me mad. Why you want to make me mad? Trash? Like I get, you say, I don't like them. I don't care for them. Trash? I'm beginning to question if we can still be friends. I'm beginning to question. See, that we got way too many differences. You rich, I'm poor. You don't like Krispy Kreme when they hot. I can't eat them unless they hot. Rally's fries is the best. You say they trash. We might not be compatible as friends. We might not be compatible. You eat caviar and Ritz crackers. I eat what's that stuff? What chicken liver? I don't know what y'all call it. I don't know if we can be friends. I don't know. We might be incompatible. There's a Sonic in St. Bernard. Is it? Where? Where is there a Sonic in St. Bernard? I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just asking, where is it? Because I've never seen it. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned baking soda and warm water for heartburn and indigestion? It still works. Never tried it. Okay, you're redeeming yourself a little bit. You never seen a Chick-fil-A in the hood. I'm trying to think, does that make it okay for us to be friends? Because you said the Riley's fries is trash. What about Freddy's? Who is Freddy? All the Steak and Shakes opened this year. Tony liked the fries from Penn Station. Freddy's are pretty good, like a mix of Steak and Shake style, little spices like Rallies. I don't know what Freddy's is. I don't know what that is. Arby's, I don't really love those curly fries. St. Bernard on Vine. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say there is no Sonic in St. Bernard, especially on Vine. I'm thinking you made that up. Rally's came out with the first season fries, and they are the best. She did call her husband gay. You tripping? You know, it's some women in this chat that fart. I don't know. If you eat at Rally's, you have mental issues. Then I must have some mental issues. Look, here's what Rally's got that I eat. They got them fries. I've tried their what's the stuff you get at the little carnival? Shoot, I can't think of what it is. You get it at Kings Island. When you go to Kings Island or a carnival, you get it. But they got the fries that are that. I don't know why the name is escaping me. You put powdered sugar on it, or like some people apple, some people put strawberry. That you can eat. And they got the second best mushroom Swiss burger on the planet. Even though I'm holding up 3 fingers, it's the second best just because it's number 3. It's the third item. That's why I'm holding up 3 fingers. But it's the second best mushroom Swiss burger on the planet when they have them in, when it's on the menu. Liverwurst. That was what I was talking about earlier. Maya's telling me she don't eat caviar on Ritz crackers. You fool somebody else. Either Ritz or Townhouse. One of those Ritz crackers. What is the stuff that I'm thinking about, y'all? Funnel cake. Yes, they got the funnel cake fries. So those are the 3 things at Rally's. Fries, funnel cake fries, and the second best mushroom Swiss burger. Who got the first best? Hardee's. That is the best mushroom Swiss burger. Now they changed it a little bit. Now they put it on like a sweet bun. When I order it, like if I'm driving to Dayton or something like that, pass by Hardee's, I gotta stop, get a mushroom Swiss burger. But they put it on a sweet bun. Don't get it on the sweet bun. It's not delicious. Something about the sweet and the taste of the mushroom Swiss burger mess it up. Get it on the regular sesame seed bun. Best mushroom Swiss burger on the planet. Them dudes in front of the JC be throwing down with them brats. I've had them. I don't love them. I'm leaving here going to Rally's for a funnel cake. Them funnel cake fries are good. They're actually good. Let me see. Who has the best mushroom Swiss burger? Again, Hardee's. I make the best beer battered mushrooms. All right. She used to eat something all the time. But yeah, I was sick when they took Hardee's out of Cincinnati. Black Wolffish says anything from Hardee's is awful. Well, that's all right. We're mortal enemies anyway, so you can say that. It don't do nothing but feed into the fact that we enemies. So that's cool. But that mushroom Swiss burger is the best. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. The man is calling. I got to go. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I believe I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Until next time, it's been the afternoon experiment. Thank you all for going along on the ride. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. I can't say peace yet because I got to pull up the thing. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How was that?
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Touching base. When it comes to what I'm trying to do with recording vocals on a situation that is on Logic, I'm trying to remember how we did it. So first of all, do we have Logic as in the church?
I don't think so.
Okay. So what Logic we did have was connected to Workday, right?
Yes.
All right. So what I went up and did yesterday, did the session. They still got some overdubs, but they recorded everything on Logic. I got a guy that's going to mix, like get things mixed for the drop of it all.